There's a spiritual realm that which exists. An essence of the spiritual realm exists within all sentient living things, known as the divine spark. The core principles, the core understandings of the Temple of Divine. These core principles are not a way to indoctrinate one. Rather, it is about essentially the core principles in which one uses to better understand themselves according to the Temple of Divine, to better understand themselves in a spiritual manner. There's a spiritual realm that which exists. An essence of the spiritual realm exists within all sentient living things, known as the divine spark. The physical and material aspect of things are the product of spiritual substance, or the divine spark animating into material manifestation. Gods and goddesses of all pantheons exist within and through the spiritual realm, existing as energies and principles. The higher self, or the divine spark, is an aspect of the divine which seeks to expand back to the universal soul, which is the universal state or universal aspect of the spiritual realm. The spiritual gnosis, or the religious states of gnosis, the spiritual states of gnosis, are states of consciousness, states of awareness, which are sought out by the priest or the spiritual practitioner of the Temple of Divine to gain spiritual liberation and regeneration of the spiritual body. It is through spiritual states of gnosis, as well as personal mystical experiences, which inspires man and woman, or the spiritual practitioner, to expand their awareness and liberate self from the confines of the linear, physical, materialistic world. All religions and spiritual practice, ancient or new age, contains a certain truth which is hidden within the veil of falsehood and fictitious information or misinformation. So the practitioner of the divine seeks to know the hidden mysteries of self in the universe, and to go beyond the materialistic projection or perception of that which may appear to be in existence. The Temple of Divine is based on indigenous mystical arts and indigenous cultural sciences, the protection and preservation of indigenous mystical and occult arts and practices, sciences, ancient sciences, which specifically dealing with shamanism, mysticism, spirituality, pantheism, Gnosticism, and this is including ancient ritual ceremonies, lore, mythos, arts and music, poetry, and dance. So the principles of the Temple of Divine are basically based off of actual principles of ancient sciences and indigenous mystical art systems. The Temple of Divine is not a system of beliefs or blind faith, rather is a system of practical arts, a practical science, which allows one to gain knowledge and information about themselves and the universe, which liberates and causes a transformation solely not just based off of faith or not just based off of blind belief. So the Temple of Divine is based on divine spiritual religious experiences based on states of awareness or states of gnosis, and it deals with all pantheons of gods and goddesses of all cultures from around the world. The Temple of Divine sees these pantheons, deities and goddesses and gods, as energies and principles which exist within us and are higher aspects of ours. And it deals with all the arts, cultures, and traditions, the archaic sciences or knowledge which has been accumulated throughout the history of indigenous people on this planet. It deals with ancient and primitive traditions and cultures as well as personal mystical traditions and practices, which predate early Christianity, predate early Judaism, which predates early Judeo-Christianic perspective. Energy is the moving principal force to matter. What we perceive are the fundamental changes which occur between the essence of energy working through and with matter in balance and harmony. This is represented all throughout the universe in a holistic manner. Within the body, spirit or energy comes in the form of chemical and electrochemical conversions or change of energy within the mind and body, which allows the regulation of energy in the body and the fundamental cause of awareness. Enhancement of the soul came out of the archaic understanding of a spiritual realization or experience of the unseen aspect of the universe. Experiencing the light aspects of self within self, or typified as having acquired spiritual knowledge or knowledge of the hidden aspects of the psyche or the self, and the knowledge of the self leading to the knowledge of the universe. The development of one's spirituality comes from one's inner realizations through spiritual experiences. There are many types of spiritual and mystical experiences, but generally these realizations are beyond interpretation, and in order to fully comprehend them, they must be experienced firsthand. The archaic understandings are based upon spiritual realizations by storytelling, dance, music, and mental visualization of different models of understanding life in order to live or coexist with a partnership with nature in order to survive. Abstract ideas into fundamental stories, melodies, dance forms, certain patterns and everyday practices which everyone could either be entertained or gain better knowledge about the unseen aspects of reality is what is also known as art in modern terms. Mysticism, as defined, is a belief in or an experience of a reality or multiple realities surpassing but not separate from natural workings of nature through surpassing the human understanding or intellect, thoughts, and ideas through mundane exoteric mindset. These realities are perceived to exist as essential nature of life on Earth and within the universe. Within the forming of ceremonial mysticism, the gathering of multiple priests who also had mystical experiences, firsthand spiritual experiences themselves, gathered together to form ceremonial mysticism, which later became religion, actually became individualized by culture and traditions of all types of tribes and societies of the ancient cultures. So Theosophy is considered to be a system of belief based on mystical insight into nature of the soul, a God force, an energy force. This is a later idea within the understanding of modern sciences, through with the archaic understandings, all sciences are one, from biology to chemistry, alchemy to mathematics to anatomy of the body and human sciences, psychology to theology. These experiences are part of fundamental human existence and how one relates themselves to the world, the earth, the cosmos, including the stars, the planets, the moon, etc. So theo meaning indicating to the gods or a divine, hidden, unseen realm that governs or govern the physical aspects of the world in which we know as the world. And the aspect of this Greek word theology or theosophy, meaning Sophie, is the Greek word which means knowledge or wisdom. And this Greek word Sophia, from the word Sophia as meaning wisdom or wise, through the archaic understanding of nature or the hidden mystic or knowledge of the hidden unseen realms of the universe. Through the archaic understanding of nature, mysticism became known as knowledge of information beyond the physical nature and about the gods, or gods and goddesses, or divine aspects of the self or the universe, or deeper aspects of nature alike. Consciousness in and of itself acts as a pillar between these worlds or aspects, the physical, mental, and emotional, as well as behavioral. Through this fundamental consciousness or awareness, which relates man and woman to their higher selves, or deeper aspects of self in the universe, the universal perception of their realities, one's awareness goes deeper than the physical aspect of the universe and the physical perception of the unseen life or the unseen animation within the universe and self and nature, which is all the same thing. The universe, the self, and nature are different words to describe different quantities of aspects of self through one's awareness. Spirituality comes out of the acts which one takes in order to receive information or knowledge beyond ordinary states of awareness, or beyond the mundane mindset of ordinary physical reality, which is acquired information beyond the level of human intellect and humanistic mundane thought and mind. Rather, it comes in feelings and emotions. There are many definitions of what spirituality is or means, but it is generally accepted that it deals with the difference between the material or tangible and the energetic aspects of nature, self, and the universe, particularly pertaining to the non-tangible, hidden, unseen, that which remains a mystery to the conscious mind, or the awareness of the physical self. So mysticism, magic, spirituality, the occult is based on going beyond ordinary states of mind, ordinary mundane perception, and gaining knowledge about the divine spark or the higher self, these gods and goddesses which create what we know as the physical realm, and being able to communicate with these aspects of self, of the universe, and nature, in order to better understand, gain more wisdom about self in the universe. The Temple of the Divine deals with knowledge of the higher self, or knowledge of the spiritual realm, of the universe, of our realities. So basically, the Temple of Divine and its practitioners deals with multiple realms which exist within and outside of self, or within and outside of the universe. The higher self is the fundamental aspect which enables us to be sentient and conscious or aware. Our higher self is the principle of all principalities existing within us, also known as the spirit, the soul, or the divine spark. It is the unseen darkness within us. It is unseen, dark, hidden sun within us.